In the new Archon quest, we learn from Skirk, the teacher of Child whom he met in the Abyss, that she herself also has a teacher, and his name is Surtalogi. In Norse mythology, Surtalogi is the name of the fire with which the world would burn down during Ragnarok. Today we will take a look at some factual information we know about Surtalogi as well as some theories I have. Please support this video with a like and let me know in the comments if you'd like to see an in-depth video on Genshin Impact's references of Norse mythology. For many sources in the game, we know that the world shall burn in fire. In fact, we may say that it has burned before. Multiple civilizations that inhabited Teyvat had gone extinct. One burned to the ground by the wrath of the gods. But what if there is an outer force that does not belong to the natural cycle of this world that could destroy it? Novelet, who judges the mortals in the court of Fontaine, the chief justice who sentenced the god to death, was terrified when he learned the truth about the all-devouring narwhal. A beast that annihilates the worlds was merely a pet of Surtalogi, and for now we might say that all we know about him ends here. He is the teacher of Skirk, the master of all-devouring narwhal, some entity that seeks perfection, the fowl whose legacy was passed down to Child. However, in another game that exists in the same game universe, there is someone who is just like Surtalogi, and his name is Nanook. Perhaps the most significant reference between Surtalogi the fowl and Nanook the destruction can be found in the light cone item called Mutual Demise. How does one make perfect the past of a planet? Now, immediately, rend the planet asunder. The creature we see on the light cone bears striking resemblance to the fowl legacy. The form, or more closely to the Chinese version of the game, the armament of the fowl himself, the strengths by which you will overturn this world. The description of Tears Among the Stars reads, "Where there is life, there is death. Naturally, where there is death, there is life." This artifact paints a picture of destroyed worlds turned to embers and birthed anew among the stars. Let's compare it to the description of the light cone collapsing sky. The death of all things is as natural as their birth. Time erodes everything, turning all tangible entities to dust. Surtalogi in mythology is either the fire or the sword that brings the flames. Fire is a common symbol for the Aeon of Destruction. Even its icon is a burning tower. A sword is an important symbol of Nanook as well. The description of Worldbreaker Blade reads, "The owner of this weapon makes their appearance at the end of a war, to fan the embers to consume the world." Regardless of the glories of the past or the blessings of its deities, the planet is destined to return to the ashes it came from. I want to underline the phrase, regardless of the blessing of its deities. If we return to the all-devouring beast and read its description, it says, if a profound universe full of life exists, why hasn't any of that life made contact with Teyvat? Maybe the universe has been constantly trying to infiltrate Teyvat, or maybe a higher power created borders to protect this world. We know that the skies of Teyvat are artificial, perhaps created by the Primordial One or the heavenly principles to save Teyvat from destruction. However, the skies were breached by Daughter's experiments, unleashing hordes of monsters into the world. Just as Skirk's master, Daughter seeks some sort of perfection. During the events of Ragnarok, the sky will open and Surtr, the owner of Surtalogi, will ride from it, burning fire both before and behind him. The beasts of the Antimatter Legion were amongst the fire that Nanook the Blemished One brought upon countless worlds. The all-devouring narwhal in Genshin Impact travels from one world to another, bringing destruction as a pet of Surtalogi the fowl. I previously made a video discussing more parallels between the abyssal power and the antimatter, and I will link it in the description in case you'd like to watch it as well. There are many similarities in designs of abyssal creatures and Antimatter Legion, and Skirk shares them as well. Her arms and legs seem to be affected by the abyss, where she spent all her life, since childhood, taught by the fowl. Whether Surtalogi in Genshin Impact is the destruction himself, or he serves the destruction like the sword belonging to Surtr, we cannot deny the obvious connection he has to Nanook. Thank you for watching today's video and consider subscribing.